McDevitt Middle School was the site of the third annual Essay Contest award ceremony last week, in which winners were selected from the 36 kids who entered. Homeschooled students and students from 9 local schools wrote about a variety of historic places around town, but Stonehurst was a popular choice because many of the city's third graders had visited the site earlier this year on field trips.
We try to engage them in the story of the house through the 2 youngest children of Robert Treat Payne and Lydia Lyman Payne. So George and Lily tell the story of Stonehurst and their experience growing up there, spending their summers there in the 19th century. And through that child connection, the kids understand that this is a place where people lived, where they enjoyed the outdoors.
Well, we went on a tour on Stonehurst, and they're talking about the people who lived there, and I really got interested in Lily.
I read about the Waltham Paint Estate.
I wrote about the Waltham Watch Factory.
And Raytheon's history in Waltham.
I wrote about the Watch Factory.
To research their essays, students were required to consult at least 2 local museums or other information resources.
We had to go to the museum over by the Charles River and look up all the stuff about our topic.
I also went on computer, visited those places, and went to the local Waltham library.
But we do, in fact, have many of our partners with us tonight, representatives of Historic Waltham, Inc.
The essays were screened without names or other information by local historical authorities and then submitted to the judging coordinator, Kate Tranquata, director of the Waltham Public Library.
You gave your summertime to do something that a lot of kids wouldn't want to do in summertime, and that's research and write. And that's pretty special, because what that says is that you thought that that was important enough to give your time to.
2 students received a $1,000 savings bond, 2 students received a $500 savings bond, and 3 students received a $100 bond. Sarah Smith won $100 last year for an essay about the Lyman and Payne estates. Her essay on the Watch Factory this year earned her first prize for 6th to 8th graders.
Well, they made watches there, and they were the first company in America to use an assembly line process, and they made watches, and they also made the parts for pocket watches and different big clocks and speedometers, and they sold them to other companies across the country.
Every student who wrote an essay received a certificate signed by the mayor and a Waltham hat. In a random draw, Julia Hart of Our Lady School was the recipient of a flag that has flown over the nation's capital and over City Hall in Waltham. But for these kids, it's not just about the prizes.
It was fun, and I would do it again.
It was fun because we had to do it all friends, and a suspense too, who will win, and take pictures, and have the food.
At the end of the night, WCAC-TV was generously recognized for its role in the event. For Waltham Newswatch, this is Chris Wangler.